of all, good evening to you. How are you?
Very good evening, ma'am. I am Kiran Fiddle. And how about you? Thanks for asking.
I'm also fit as well. Thank you. So it's our first meeting. So can you introduce yourself? So can we further proceed the session?
Yes, ma'am, sure. I would like to introduce myself. Firstly, thanks to you giving me this wonderful opportunity to talk to you and talk to the face to your face. Um, my name is Rajni Nevi. I am from Uttarakhand, district Tehri Gadwal. Uh, I am I am a mother of two kids. I am doing teaching job in a private school. If I talk about my qualification, I am I did my master in commerce from HNB Gadwal University. If I about my hobbies are listening music. I love teaching, reading, sometimes gardening, cooking, and nowadays I'm learning this language. That's all
Wow.
my hobbies.
Wow, lovely
And
to hear that you are doing lots of things. You are working, and this time you are practicing your communication skills. So I want to ask one question: that you have any YouTube channel also?
yeah, ma'am, I run YouTube channel.
Wow, that's great, wonderful. Okay, so tell me about your English journey. Tell me.
Ma'am, my English journey. I started my journey 6 months ago. Um, because I am very passionate about this language since childhood, and I am fond of speaking in English. So that's why I am learning this language.
Great, wonderful. So you told me that in this time you are working as a teacher, right? So there you are working. So that school is private sector, or yeah, you said it's a private. So
Yes, sir.
there which language you use?
Ma'am, I use both language, Hindi and English. Both language I use.
Yes. Yes, because students they don't
Yes, ma'am.
know well English language, so it's not easy for them.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Here is a village area, ma'am. So village peoples don't know well English language. So I
Yes. I'm asking that if anyone beginner who really want to improve their English, okay, so how they can start their English journey, because this time you are starting your English journey, right? So how you are doing your practice of your English, okay, so you can explain it, so viewers they can get knowledge and information that they can also start their English journey as like you, whatever you are using in your English journey.
Ma'am, I using some kids story books, English movies, and English newspaper. Which content related to English, ma'am, I used, and I watched the conversation videos.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, and you have two children, so how old are they?
Ma'am, my elder one is 12 years old, and younger one is 10 years old.
Yes. Okay. So let's tell me, you can describe about your personality. If I give you that, describe yourself, so how you can describe to yourself?
Ma'am, I am very simple person. Means I am very mingle person, and and that's all, ma'am, about me.
Okay, no issue. If you have any question from me, so you can.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, where do you live in Delhi, ma'am?
It's Rohini.
Okay, ma'am. There is my
Yeah,
relative lives, so I am asking this question.
yeah, it's Rohini. It means it's Rohini. It's a huge, big place. So, Rohini sector 7, 18, 15. So, it's a big place.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
So Delhi. So, ma'am, Delhi is your native place.
No, it's not my native place. My born brought up as a MP, but I got married in UP. But I'm living in Delhi since my childhood with my parents and now I'm married, so my husband is also living in Delhi, so I'm also living in here. Yes.
Okay. So, ma'am told me you have two kids. So, how old are they?
Yes, my elder son is 5 year old and younger one is 2.5 year old. Yeah.
So, ma'am,
Yes.
which class they are studying?
Only elder son is going to school, so he is only one standard. Yes.
Ma'am. So, ma'am, you take tuition.
Yes.
Ma'am, which class do you teach?
One
Which
to six
standard?
standard. It's 1 to 6 like junior classes. Okay, so all the students they come from Hindi medium school, but I'm giving him tuition, so it's really helpful for me because I'm teaching to them, so I get to know that how they can understand all the questions, how I can teach easily to them, so it's really helpful for me also. And also when I teach them now English subject, that time I get to know new words and vocabularies, which really helpful for me also because I'm learning this language, so it is really helpful. Yeah.
So, ma'am,
Yes.
what is your learning process? How, what things you follow? How do you do enhance your English?
Okay, I mentioned so many times, but yes, you asking, so I'm repeating it again because I started my English journey before 6 months back. That time I was not that much confident as I am this time. But yes, initially days I used to watch some, lots of English content, and
Okay.
I literally did it for more than 1 month. Like I listen a lot, and then I did practice myself like in front of mirror, and I made myself as a friend, and I talked to myself whatever in my mind. That time I was not any vocab, I can say, not more much vocab I have, but this time I'm able to speak. Okay, I did lots of efforts for this, and where in night time I used to recite the story to my sons, both sons, so it's really helpful for me. Before 6 months back I was used to recite stories in Hindi language, but when I started English journey, so that time I totally switched it in Hindi to English. First I recite him Hindi, then I translate it in English, so it's really helpful. And then if I saw any vocabularies, like if I learned something new from any videos, any broadcast, any if I watching some stand up comedies and movies, so that time if I get to know new vocabulary, that time I try to write down on my notebook. I made one notebook, so there I write down, okay, where I can recall, every day. Like when I go to my bed, that time I try to recall that vocabulary which I learned like whole day, and I try to use that vocabulary to when I recite poem. That time I try to pick that vocabulary and then I recite. Yes, it's really helpful, and you can also use this vocabularies because this thing, because you have also two children. Yes.
Very, very nice, ma'am, all these things. So, ma'am,
Yeah.
your smile is very nice, ma'am. You always keep smiling. What the reason
Thank you.
behind? What the reason behind it, ma'am? Why your smiling face?
Okay, there is no any reason, but yes, I'm a very, I can say I'm very happy person from inside also. It's not a, like fake smile, it's natural. Whenever I
Yeah, ma'am.
speak, yes, whenever I speak, when I meet with anyone, that time, always when I speak, now that time I smile. It's my, childhood, childhood habit, you can say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, how many session take you in a day?
Initially days when I started, that time I tried to take, 2 or 3 sessions, but this time I started my own tuition classes, so I'm not getting too much time. So sometime I'm taking, for before 2 days or after 2 days. So it depends on my time. If I am free, so I just take session. Otherwise, I try to make solo videos, I talk to myself. Yes.
Very nice, ma'am.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, how is weather there?
It's yesterday it was raining heavily, but
Yeah.
today it's scorching hot today.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
and
Yeah.
I'm outside I'm sitting on my terrace because inside my both son they are watching TV. Yes, so that is why I'm outside.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So tell me how you managing. Tell me about your daily routine because you are teacher. How you managing all the things? Your kids, your families, your work. How you managing?
It's very difficult for me, but I manage, ma'am. I manage all, do all things. Firstly, ma'am, I wake up early in the morning at 5 o'clock. After that, prepared breakfast, bathing, every household chores, and 7:30 I go to school, and come by 2 o'clock. After that, I am prepared lunch for my family, and 4:30 my tuition, 4:30 to 6:30 I take tuition. After that, I prepared lunch, dinner, and it's my daily routine.
Okay, so your son, you have both son or one son or one girl.
No, ma'am, both are boys.
Both are boys, so they are going to school or not this time?
Ma'am, this time today.
No, today means they are going to school or not?
Yes, ma'am.
They go to
They
school.
are
They
going
go.
to school. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Nice to meet you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.